You have got to be kidding me. AMC stock is down 15% today, almost at a new all-time low because of this breaking news. Wow. AMC Entertainment shares plunge on proposed stock sale as chain cites soft box office and their cash burn. Oh my gosh. AMC may sell up to $250 million worth of stock, citing a low first quarter box office. The company said it intends to use the net proceeds, if any, from the sale to bolster liquidity, to repay, refinance, redeem, or repurchase its existing indebtedness, including expenses, accrued interest, and premium, if any, and for general corporate purposes. The reasons for the offering, it said, are to enhance liquidity in light of the low first quarter box office, resulting in part, as previously disclosed, from Hollywood strikes last year, as well as an increased seasonal working capital requirements and the resulting cash burn the company has experienced. Oh my gosh. This is egregious. Okay, this really makes my brain hurt. Aron is off the rails. It's official. Completely off the rails. Has no idea what he is doing with AMC. Trying to do what he thinks is best, most likely. All you had to do was tell the markets, we're not going to dilute you for a period of time. For 3-6 months. And what would have happened with AMC stock? We would be in the teens right now. And then that dilution fundamentally maybe is impactful. Let me tell you right now, $250 million is not even close to cutting it. That is going to do very little of basically nothing for AMC stock. Just nothing. It's not going to move the needle for AMC's $3 billion of debt coming due in 2026. This is going to be efficient or sufficient for like one bad quarter, right? 2 bad quarters, whatever the magical number is. This is egregious. This is just lack of corporate sanity. Let's be honest. You do not continue to dilute a stock when it's at all-time lows unless you absolutely have to. And this is pretty troubling for the business of AMC. If they believe they absolutely have to dilute shareholders right now, it's not saying good things about 2024. And honestly, I'm just at a loss for words right now. Why they would choose to do this over what I've proposed. Tell the markets, you're not going to get more dilution for 3 or 6 months. That's pretty much telling the shorts, like, you should cover on your short position because for the next 3 to 6 months, you're going to be paying these cost to borrow fees, and AMC stocks likely to rise hundreds of percents from here. The last time this happened, back in 2022, AMC stock rose like 350% within the course of the next month and a half after AMC did that. And I believe back then it was a 6-month pause on dilution. Now I think it's more important than ever. And they're not doing it. They're not even thinking about doing it. In fact, they're doing the opposite and selling more stock at all-time lows. Oh man, this really makes me question Aron to a extreme degree. I mean, you almost need to investigate this on a SEC level because holy crap, are you serious? That just doesn't even make sense to me. I get it, you need to raise capital. There's better, smarter ways to do so. By, again, getting the share price higher first, not lower. And the lower AMC goes, the harder it is to go higher, right? If AMC is a $10 stock, for an example, if the stock hits $100, that's going to be 1,000% return. If the stock is a $3 stock, it's going to be a 3,000% plus return to get to $100 per share. Yeah, this is problematic. I will run through the data for you guys, but I think this is going to dictate, what happens next with AMC. This is just a reason for shorts to pile on their short positions. Why in the hell would you ever cover? In your right mind, as a short, you would never cover on your AMC position, because at this pace, AMC stock, the equity itself, is not going higher anytime soon. If you, are in the longer game of shorting AMC, the company's going bankrupt in 2026. Flat out. The company's going bankrupt in 2026. You can love that, you can hate that, but AMC and Adam Aron seem like they have no pressure, no angst to get AMC stock higher, to raise meaningful amounts of capital. They could give a crap less about the stock. I wonder what general corporate purposes truly means. Maybe there's some good news that comes out of this. Maybe they do refinance some very high interest rate debt, but at this point, it's a little too late for that. Your nominal value of debt that comes due in 2026, around $3 billion, is just such a large amount. AMC's never going to be able to generate enough free cash flows. AMC's never going to be able to get the stock price high enough to dilute shareholders enough to raise $3 billion of cash. And if 2024's box office is as bad as what this suggests, they may need to raise capital, a lot more capital than $250 million. That could just be a drop in the bucket and potentially more dilution to go. So this is all around just terrible. I mean, hats off to Adam Aron for destroying a company. I think that takes some skill to destroy a company like AMC. Honestly, wow. He's definitely skilled in that regard. Sentiment today. I don't know if these numbers are true. There's no way these numbers are true, in my personal opinion. Yeah, of course. No way those numbers were true. You do have sentiment for AMC that is at 27 on StockTwits. Bearish. Extremely bearish, almost. Yesterday's sentiment was bullish, and really the last 2 or 3 days, AMC was showing a lot of strength. It looked like some people, including myself, were expecting maybe we do get some good news. Maybe it's not dilution that we're going to get. But yeah, of course, how wrong was I for thinking Adam Aron would do anything accretive to shareholder value? That's my mistake, I guess. Message volume today is extremely high at 89. 1 day ago, it was at 61. Participation ratio today is at 54. So normal amount of accounts talking about AMC, extremely high message volume, and basically everyone is bearish. I think that kind of sums up AMC stock in general today. That's just... Man, I would love to get Adam Aron in a room and just say, dude, what is the end goal here? Why are you doing this? What's really going on? And what's your plan going ahead? It doesn't seem like AMC has much of a plan at all. And they're just kind of going with the flow. And that's a pretty dangerous corporate structure to have. Now, you do have short interest percentage of free float, and mind you, Adam Aron sold near all-time highs, so he doesn't have a vested interest like you might think anymore. Not like he used to. He is set no matter what, so he can do whatever he wants to the equity now in AMC. But for anyone curious, you do have 15.5% short interest of free float. This is likely to explode here over the coming days, as this is probably the biggest reason I've seen ever to take on a new short position in AMC. You do have $176.3 million currently in short positions in AMC. Days to cover sitting at 2.92, 40.62 million shares that are currently sold short. Shares out on loan, 56.06 million. Cost to borrow, 1.09%, utilization of 74.6%, and a short score of 71 out of 100. Cost of borrow fees today indicate only about 1.5%. That's likely not true because, there's obviously a lot of demand to short AMC right now. So good news is for the bulls out there, short interest is going to continue to rise. And I can say that confidently, beyond a reasonable doubt. Option activity from Wall Street today, from hedge funds and institutions. You do have sentiment today with 16 16 orders. Sentiment is very bearish at 24% positive order value. 16 orders totaling $1.17 million. So a lot of option activity relative to what we have seen recently in AMC from hedge funds and institutional investors today. So there is that. If we do take a look at the Stock O tracker data, you do have calls in the money at about 1,300, calls out the money at about 69,000, puts in the money 13,000, puts out the money 11,000. So decent, amount of option activity this week. Doesn't matter. Today is the last day of the trading week, so it's basically over this week for AMC stock. That's pretty much all I have for you guys today. Your percent of stocks above their 50-day moving average, of course, is going higher, up about 4%. You are really starting to see a little bit more of a broad-based rally taking place in the markets. Today is the last day of Q1, so you are seeing a lot of portfolio rebalancing that is also taking place today. And, you're seeing quite a few big tech stocks that are underperforming the markets, and your broader markets, your small cap stocks doing a little bit better. A stock like PayPal, for an example, seeing a ton of inflows, and that stock looks very good right now, breaking out to a 9-month high. You want to pay attention to where the money is going here on the last day of Q1, because with this rebalancing, investors are selling some stocks, they're buying other stocks, and typically if they're rebalancing their portfolio into a name and out of another, that's something you, generally speaking, want to take note of. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, let me know what you think about this information down below in the comment section. Now, I will say, typically after you get these rounds of dilution from AMC, the stock continues to fall. Okay, the last time we got, significant amount of dilution was after 2 earnings ago, and AMC stock was $11 per share. I thought AMC and the management team should have given you a commitment not to dilute shareholders back here, because the stock was $10, $11 per share. You would be in the 20s right now. That would be my expectation. Instead, you're at $3.67 per share, and you just got new dilution. What happened the last time we got dilution? It basically started a multi-month downtrend for the stock. Now, small caps also underperformed during this period of time, but mainly this was just dilution, and the market's understanding more dilution is likely coming. So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, let me know what you think about this information down below in the comment section. You guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.